Force on an object. Here's an experiment you can do at school or home to find out how force affects an object. Grab your favorite ball. Roll it slowly in front of you. Run up behind it while it's moving and push it as hard as you can. Did you notice that the ball moved at a faster speed? It may even have changed direction after you did that. That's because powerful forces can change speed or direction of an object very quickly. There is no more powerful of force than wind. Wind is the ultimate force. You may have noticed how strong the wind can be if you have ever flown a kite. The kite feels like it's tugging on you, but that is really the wind pulling and pushing on the kite. When an object is very heavy, a lot of force has to be used in order to increase its speed or change its location. Just imagine how hard it must be for a space shuttle to lift off. It's only able to lift off because of the thrust created by a huge blast of burning fuel. The fire from the burning fuel produces gas which pushes down while the rocket shoots up into the air. Give another example of a powerful force moving an object. Newton's laws. Sir Isaac Newton was a brilliant scientist. He helped us understand everything we need to know about gravity and physics on our planet. He discovered the laws of motion that explained how everything moves. First law of motion. An object at rest will remain at rest unless acted on by a stronger force. An object in motion continues in motion with the same speed and in the same direction unless acted upon by a stronger force. Without force, an object will either stay still or keep moving in the same direction or speed as if it was before a force was applied. For example, a ball stays still until it's moved by a force such as you kicking it or the wind blowing it. The force moves it forward. The ball keeps moving until other forces, such as gravity and friction, make the ball slow down, change direction, or stop. This law is often called the law of inertia. Inertia means the tendency of an object to stay at rest or constantly keep moving in the direction of the force. Second law of motion. The greater the mass of the object, the greater the amount of force needed to move the object. So, heavier objects require more force to move the same direction as lighter objects. Force can slow down, speed up, or even change the direction of an object. If a lot of force is used to move an object, it will move farther and faster than if less force were used. For an example, if your sister knocks over your block tower with great force, the blocks will go flying across the room. But if your sister just taps lightly on one of the blocks, then it might fall down instead of flying across the room because she used less force. Third law of motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Therefore, whenever an object pushes another object, it gets pushed back in the opposite direction equally hard. For instance, when you jump up into the air, the force of gravity is pushing down on you. The force of lift works against the force of gravity to push an airplane into the air. How do you think Isaac Newton figured out these laws of motion?